Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel, Your Sunny Arches. And I am, of course, Your Sunny Arches. And today we're going to do a reading for Taurus. Okay, we're going to start off with Taurus men and then Taurus women. All right, for this month of November 2020. Okay, using the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot deck. It's going to be clarified by Tarot de la Nuit. And we're going to follow it up with the with love messages from the Lover's Oracle deck. All right. So, just a couple of things. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Remember, I read mostly from the sun sign just to make sure that there's clarity as to whether or not this is your message. But you're more than welcome to check out your moon, rising, Venus, any part of your natal chart in order to get a better understanding of what's coming for you in these next upcoming weeks. Now, this is your life, so you have to live it the best way you see fit for yourself and make the best decisions and that are in your best interest. Okay? So, here we go for Virgo men for this month of, Taurus men for this month of November 2020. All right, overall under all energies. Ooh, 5 of Needles. Blech. Could be self-sabotage is the first thing that comes to my mind. Self-sabotage, it could be some sort of betrayal. Okay? It could be just stuff, all these negative thoughts that you have or entities that you have stuck in your mind. There's judgment. So this could be you're just thinking about all the things that have been coming along to you. The star, you got the sun. You got a ton of major arcanas: the sun, the world, and 2 potions. Just be careful. There could be some, you whatever these thoughts are that you have in your head that are stopping you from moving forward. Okay. You're thinking that things are the way they are because that's how they're meant to be. You're not meant to progress. You're not meant to move forward. However, there's healing. There's things that are coming to you. You do have the sun card. You do have the world. So there's an ending to something that's going on. To this way of thinking, to this way of seeing things, perhaps, the perspective. Is something that is currently going on. It may take between, this seems like, yeah, it's going to take time for you to overcome all of this, right? So it could be between the Scorpio and Aquarius season that there's a need for you to look for a sense of healing in between it. You have Judgment, which is a sign of Scorpio, and you have the Star, sign of Aquarius. Okay, and so if by any chance you're dealing with a Virgo man, you may want to check out the Virgo reading as well. Or if you have Virgo in your chart, you might want to check out the Virgo men's reading as well. Let's take a look at, you know what? Let's clarify that real quick. Why is the Judgment and the Star card here? And 5 of Needles, please, and thank you. Okay, we have 2 of Swords and 10 of Cups. So there's a decision that needs to be made, right? You don't really want to. When it comes to the 2 of Swords, it's probably about reviving something. Do you want to revive something? Do you want to bring something back? Or do you want to, because he or she has the ability to save this person. Maybe not. I don't know. That's her choice, right? Because she can look, all she has to do is look down. But she doesn't want to look down. She doesn't want to see what's really going on around her. What is there really around her? So there's a possibility of missing out on this possible 10 of Cups. So there's a need to make a decision in order to achieve this 10 of Cups, whether or not you really want it. If you want it, then you're going to have to put the effort in and do the work and do what you got to do. Okay, but this is your decision. This is up to you. Judgment is, like I said, it's a decision. And you have 2 of Swords here, clearly reiterating that. So that's just more emphasis on this decision. Look, am I going to come out of this, or am I going to continue to stay in this, self-sabotaging, self-hurt way of thinking about, life in general. Now, if you want to change some patterns, you're going to have to, do some work. You have the Sun card. So there is a new beautiful beginning coming for you, along with, the the Star card here. So endings to old paradigms, to old ways of thinking, to old ways of old lenses, perspectives, all that, those kinds of things. Okay, let's take a look at your recent past. You have the Knight of Candles. So there was a need for you to take immediate action. You decided to act upon something right away. Um, you knew it was something that you needed to handle ASAP, right? Let's take a look at why is the Knight of Candles here, please, and thank you. What is this Knight of Candles in reference to, please, and thank you. Queen of Pentacles. So maybe there was someone that you're dealing with a Queen of Pentacles. It could be another Taurus female, right? If you're Taurus, or another earth sign female, right? So Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. You were rushing to her. You're trying to get to her. Why? Please and thank you. The Magician, trying to manifest something. You're trying to what were you trying to manifest? What was Taurus man trying to manifest? Please and thank you. It's a lot of. You were doing a lot. What were you doing? The Fool. So you're trying to manifest a new beginning with this Queen of Pentacles, right? You felt that there was a need for you to start to take action on something and really start anew. You're trying. It's almost like you're trying to like lock her in and then be able to move forward. But here's the thing: you may, you wanna manifest this new beginning with her as well, right? So, you have fire, so there may be fire in your chart somewhere. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You have the Magician, which is Gemini. You have the Fool, which is Aries. Okay, these may be in your chart. They may be in the other person's chart. You got a bunch of major arcana. So this is definitely something that's going on. So you really need to consider what is it that you're, what's really going on in your head. Okay. I see all of this, but I have yet to see emotion. So that lets me know already you're trying to think of all these things without dealing with what you really need to deal with, and that's getting in tune with your emotional side, with your intuitive side, with your spiritual side, and you can't really move forward if you don't deal with all that. You know that, right? And if you didn't, you know now. Now let's take a look at your current energies. We have the 10 of Potions and the 6 of Candles. So you're now beginning to enter and beginning to experience the sense of self-emotional fulfillment. Okay, so you're beginning to feel whole emotionally. Maybe that's why you haven't felt the need for that. And because of that self-emotional fulfillment, you feel a sense of success, right? But it could also be, happy home, happy life, and you feel successful in that. What do we have here? Again, Aquarius, 6 of Wands. You have Aquarius here, you have the Star, and you got 6 of Wands. Again, 6 of Candles. Everything's being reiterated. There is healing. This healing is going to bring success. It's fame, recognition, that kind of thing. And it's something that is being divinely guided, divinely protected. All right. Anything else, please? Considering we have 2 major arcanas. That's a lot of major arcanas, Taurus man. And the Death card, there's a need for transformation, definitely. Again, in order to really move forward to, yes, you have that 10 of Cups that could be related in relation to this Queen of Pentacles that you have here, which is wonderful. It's a beautiful thing. It could also be that this is an energy that you're embodying, right? But I feel like more because of the Knight of Candles, the Knight of Candles is your energy, and you're the one going to the direction of the Queen of Pentacles, right? Um, but you're trying to manifest all of this. But here's something I want you to understand, and it's very important because, um, not all decks are created the same. That was the High Priestess that I just happened to see. So yes, that's just confirmation for me of what I'm going to tell you, which is this is something that you have to kind of. Okay, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna make it so like try to sugarcoat it. It's not really my way, but I'm just trying to be sensitive to how you're going to take this message. But basically, you got to do this on your own. This is all stuff that has to come from you. You have to bring it forward. You have to move it forward. You have to. You really have to dig deep within yourself to really create this, to really make this happen. When it comes to the magician, and when it comes to the Fool, the Magician is a sign of Gemini, the Fool is a sign of Aries. So you have a really great combination there of fire and air. Air, air can guide fire in the direction, right? So think of like a wildfire. That's air, and Aries is like this thing, like huge, huge, huge fires. You know, I I can't even think of, just imagine a major blaze. Okay. And Gemini being the air sign, Gemini would be the one who would kind of guide the fire into what direction to burn in, right? That sounds terrible, but it's not necessarily in a terrible sense here because we have so many positive cards. It's just more in the sense of, what, in order for you to be able to manifest this, to really make it happen, to really take this leap of faith if you haven't already, because it seems to be more of a thought than it is action. And if you've begun to act on it, it's also very important, considering what's going on here, that you know exactly what it is that you're trying to manifest. What is the actual intention? What is the purpose behind it? What is the reason? Okay, what are you trying to accomplish? These are things that you need to have in mind, because when you get to that point, you want to make sure that that's what you've done, that you accomplished what you set out to do. And since they are all here single, and considering how they're all women, and yes, there are men in this deck. Yes, this deck is primarily women, so there may be a need for you to get in, kind of get in touch with your feminine side. It's okay to be extremely masculine and tough and all that side, but if you do have that softer side, if you do have that very, especially if you have water in your chart, I mean, you could have Scorpio, you could have, Cancer or Pisces in your chart, and you know what? Get in touch with that side. Get in touch with that feminine. It's okay to show empathy. It's okay to show feelings, to show some sort of vulnerability. And I understand the need to protect yourself and your emotions and who you're expressing your vulnerability to. But it is important for you to identify it, acknowledge it, understand it, and why you're feeling that way, and what are you going to do about it, and how are you going to do it. And all of that is very important in order to help you manifest and take that giant leap of faith. It's definitely something that's going to be successful, and it's going to create a whole new transformation within you. This transformation can be as a person as a whole, or it can also be in a spiritual sense, and it's going to change you in such a way in order to progress and to get better, because you have the star card twice, and you have Six of Wands twice, and you got some great amazing cards here. So it looks like this next month between now and Sagittarius season is going to be a very great time for you. Let's take a look at near future, the Emperor. That is freaking amazing. So you're going to be embodying this energy of the Emperor. Okay. With this energy of the Emperor, I mean, you're not even a king anymore. You are running an entire empire. Okay. An entire empire. And what's beautiful is that you have the Queen of Pentacles here. So hopefully she's still with you along this whole way. But in order for you to really step up from the Knight to the Pentacles within a short period of time, boy, you better work. You better work. I am talking a mile a minute. I apologize for that, but it's just the energy that's going on. So here we have again the emperor. The emperor has established security, stability in all his domestic affairs, right? Domestic affairs, I'm referring to in the 3D sense, everything that, that's tangible, that's concrete. And that is in reference to career, to jobs, to finances, the home, um, the family, even your health. I would go as far as to say your health. I don't like to get in, do readings based on health, but I will, if it comes up, I'll acknowledge it, and I'll say what I need to say. So here you're the emperor. Let's take a look and see why the emperor is here, or in reference to what necessarily, or what any additional messages uh, to add to this. Oh, so now as the Emperor, King of Swords, let me tell you about this King of Swords. I love this King of Swords, but this King of Swords scares the nonsense out of me sometimes, because I swear the way he looks is like he legit really is looking straight at you. So, in order to achieve this status of the Emperor, it's also very important for you to embody the energy of the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is excellent at using his sense of discernment to decide whether something is um, beneficial or not. Okay, that sense of discernment in order to guide him in on the correct path, to continue to help him to continue stay on the right path, to do away with whatever is not going to benefit him in his progression. Okay, anything that's not going to benefit him as a king, anything, and do away with whatever can hurt his kingdom. Okay, so there's a sense of a need for planning, sense to improve your sense of discernment, a need for planning. Effective communication is also key. Um, so you, because of the star card, you could have Aquarius in your chart as well. If that's the case, I would take a look at where where the Aquarius falls in your natal chart, and see what you can do to progress in that area of your life. If you need a birth chart, you can go to cafeastrology.com or just do a search on Google. We all know everything is there, or whatever your favorite search engine may be. Whew. Sorry about that. Um, so that's pretty freaking cool. Let's take a look at your advice cards. We have the Six of Presents. So there's a sense of generosity. Okay, so you need to be generous. You need to be, I think generous is very important, right? There needs to be a sense of give and take as well. It can't be just all give, give, gimme, 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 gimme. It's gotta be like, you're giving also, okay? Because it's your advice. It's almost like, yeah, make sure that you're giving. Make sure that you're putting that effort in. Make sure you're being generous to those that are around you, which coincides with the energy of the King of Presents. The King of Presents, or King of Pentacles, King of Discs, King of Shields, whatever coins, however, you're more familiar with it. The King of Presents is just a step below the Emperor, right? So you already need to embody the energy of the King of Swords, but you need to add on top of that the energy of the King of Presents. So the King of Presents has everything set and stabilized. Okay, is able to maintain it. The Emperor is now able to. The Emperor has been able to delegate, give out jobs, create jobs, building an empire. So there may be a need. You know what? As I think about it, um, there's so much this planning, plotting, strategizing this. What can I say? This strategy is very important. Um, you may want to create your own business in order to really establish and grow an empire, right? That has to be done. And to do that, you're creating jobs. That's why I thought about that, because of the sense of creating jobs. And you're able to maintain it. It's extremely important for the emperor to maintain his status and maintain the power, the power and prestige of his empire, right? Um, so that is very important. And so, as the king of presence, you really need to get into your element, Taurus man. You really need to ground yourself. You can do that through meditation, through prayer, getting in touch with nature, um, just, getting some fresh air. I think is very important for you, Taurus men, in order for you to really feel in your element and really get going. Um, there is a lot of fire, there's a lot of air, so I know that there's passion, there's everything is there, all the elements are there for you, okay? So it's definitely something that's meant to happen. This is the time period for that. You are being divinely protected and guided, and so therefore, oh, sorry. So sorry. Don't be afraid. Okay. If you're still unsure, then again, take that time to get grounded. Definitely take the time to, still continue to work on your emotional, intuitive, and spiritual side, because that's also very important. In order for all of this to work out, because there is a transformation coming. You are going to transform throughout this process. It may take a while. Again, it's something that can continue to happen between now, Scorpio season, all the way through Aquarius season, because of the star card and how it's come up so many times already. Um, even yeah, and I think that's more of what that time frame would probably be. Okay. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at some love messages for you. Ooh, that was quick. Some love messages for you for this month of November of 2020. And we're going to use the Lover's Oracle deck for that. Let's hope I can get this. These are new, so they may take a while to kind of break in. Just want to shuffle love messages for Taurus men for this month of November 2020. Okay. Oh, there's a lot that wants to be said. Okay. That one says, wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. So, yeah, maybe you rushed in before, but what you need to do now, like I said, it's what I said before, take your time. You really need to take the time to find out, get in touch with your more emotional side, right? With, and a need to be grounded, and a need to meditate, I need to pray, because these are changes that are going to happen to you regardless of um, whether or not you want them. But obviously, it's something that you wanted. So if you're gonna make it happen, it's manifesting. It's happening. It's a wish come true, right? That's the star card. Um, there's recognition behind it. So I don't know what kind of recognition this is that's coming your way, but there is recognition behind it. All right. It is being, again, you are being divinely guided, you are being protected. So I definitely recommend, that you follow your intuition and what you think the best direction for you is. Okay. Any more love messages for Taurus men, please, for this month of November 2020? All right. So we have these two. Oh, I like them. In case you didn't see, oh yeah, I like this one. It's almost like a shadowy type of thing. The two people being one, reflecting of one another, mirroring each other's movements, right? Okay. So that was the weight card. Excuse me. Here you have yellow, yellow gold. It's like re-energizing, you know. She's sleeping, she's resting, um, taking a moment, taking a break, and needing to re-energize, right? So it says, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For the heart is the gateway to the soul. Now, what have I said already several times? Get in touch with that, feminine, people call it the feminine side. It is what it is. The point is, you got to get in touch with your emotions, right? Identify it, acknowledge it, understand it. Why and what are you going to do about it, and how are you going to do that? Because you need to heal, you need to forgive yourself, you need to do this work in order to really bring in what it is that you want. You need to genuinely set your intentions. And I say genuinely set your intentions because it's very important for you to know what it is that you want. Not everything is up in your mind. In the end, once you've done the work and you're able to get in touch with that side, you're able to better understand yourself, better know yourself, and heal yourself. That's going to bring you such a success within you that it's going to allow you to push forward and forward into this transformation that's going to, bump you up into the energy of the emperor. Then, once you're at that point, that's when you're going to need to follow through with using your mind. Not that everything is going to be stuck there, it's that you're going to use your sense of discernment and planning and strategizing and, all of that in order to create the empire, the life that you want, okay? All right, and let's take a look at one more. Twin flames. Your passion ignites. Well, if you were looking for a kindred spirit connection, there you go. You got it. It's coming in if it hasn't already. But even for that to come in, you gotta do the work. All right, guys. All right, Taurus man, it was a pleasure to read for you. This was a rather interesting read. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to read for you. I hope that this resonates with you, and I look forward to reading for you in the next month. I'm going to take a brief pause here. Um, you might not sense it too much, but I'm going to collect the cards to get ready for the Taurus women reading. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. All right. Thank you for the allowing me to take a momentary pause. Just wanted to collect the cards to get ready for the Taurus women's messages for the month of November 2020. Taurus women. All right. I want to say sun, moon, and or rising. I normally don't say it. But for Taurus, this might be an issue. It might be a need. So Taurus ladies, let's see what's going on. Looks like there could be a victory coming your way of some kind also. All right. There was a tower moment. It may have already happened or it's beginning to happen. Something that's happening slowly. Could be with some sort of kindred spirit. Whatever that relationship is. One more. Messages for Taurus women for the month of November 2020. Please and thank you. Okay. Oh, okay. You're in your element. We got the King of Presents again. And Five of Presents. The Strength card. Emperor. Two of Needles. List goes on. All right. So your overall energy is you are in your element of the King of Presents. You've achieved the status that you wanted. You've been able to maintain control of all of your domestic affairs, meaning, the old cliche, you got all your ducks in a row, right? However, even though you have all your ducks in a row and you're in that king energy, that masculine energy, for whatever reason, you have the Five of Presents, you feel like, I don't know if it's a lack, I don't know, but we know that that's usually like the dark night of the soul type of thing, or, like, there's a loss, you're, like you're out, like you've been left out in the cold. Right. Or it could be you left someone out in the cold and you're looking for the strength. Let's find out why the strength card is here. Why is the strength card here? Could be that you're looking for the strength to become an emperor yourself. The strength card is to make a decision. Make some sort of, I got cards here. You find something extremely overwhelming. You find something that's very overwhelming. Could be a marriage because she's in a wedding dress. Look at that, and their dress is on fire. It doesn't matter. The point is, you're at the end of the road. You're very tired. You need to make this decision. You know, it could be, again, it could be a relationship. It could be a partnership, right? Because I don't see, yeah, I don't see cups, but because this is domestic affairs, you're just feeling, you're just like, you're tired. You're tired of it because you're tired of, whatever these outside, outside these external um, sources, forces. I don't know, whatever other rhyming, whatever word you can come up that rhymes with those two. But it's like you're tired. There's a distance between you and a significant other, or someone who you really care for, right? Someone you have a lot of love and a lot of passion for. There's a distance between the two of you, and it's almost like you can't seem to get it together. You may live far apart as you have, as there is an actual physical distance. Here, his half of the card, there's, I don't know what that is, some type of bridge or whatever. And here she's, almost like she's living up in the clouds or something, right? So, you know, whatever is that's going on around you, you're allowing it to affect what's happening between the two of you. And it's really time for that to stop. So it's like you need to make a decision. I'm trying to understand what this decision is. And I guess the decision is, do you kind of stay? Do you go? Do you bring this person back to reconcile with them, or do you let it go? Yeah, pretty much is what it is. But you have the strength. You have the strength to make that decision, to make that choice. Because what you really want is, you really want this emperor lifestyle, or you felt like you had this before and now you don't. It's you. Your energy has gone from the emperor down to the king of presents, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But you're tired. You're tired of whatever it is that's happening around you affecting you all the time. So it could be that it's not necessarily. See, here she's by herself. So whatever, it's like, it's almost like you're taking up all the, you getting burned all the time. You're tired. You don't want to be burned all the time. You're tired of getting burned. You're tired of whatever these issues are that have nothing to do with you, and yet somehow you're, you're the one who gets hurt in the end. You're the one who's carrying the burden. Why are you carrying the burden if it ain't got shit to do with you? I'm sorry, but you know what? No, to heck with that. I'm not sorry. Why are you carrying this burden? If these are issues that have nothing to do with you, then you need to understand that you don't need to carry this. This is whoever these issues belong to, that's their burden to carry. That's their issues to handle, their problems to solve. Not for you to do it. You can't save the world. You would love to, especially when you love somebody, you really care for them. It doesn't, it looks like it could be a relationship, definitely. Okay, I'm not going to say that it's not, but just in case you're in a situation that is very similar to what this message is referring to, it doesn't necessarily have to be. It could be a friendship. It could be it could be family. You know, work even. You're really trying to make it work with work, but it's just all this stuff, and you're just like, you're tired of your job. You're like, oh my god, I really need something new. It's, and it's just taking a toll on you. That can be the other thing. There's just so much going on around you that it's now beginning to take a toll on you, and now you're beginning to feel like this is all your burden, maybe even all your fault. And that's just the overall underall energy that I'm reading. I haven't even gotten into the reading itself yet. All right, let's get into the reading. In the recent past, you were in the energy of the Nine of Presents. So individually, as an individual, as a um, perhaps just, as the individual person that you are, or if you are single, you're just, you're very um, independent, right? Self-sufficient within your domestic affairs. Like you had all your ducks in a row again, right? You had all your ducks in a row. You were doing great. You were, you had everything that you needed and more. So you were very abundant, somewhat of a luxurious lifestyle. I want to say very fine, very beautiful, beautiful things. And who doesn't want it? We all want that. It's not like we don't. But that was the past energy. Why is this the past energy? Not that that's a bad thing, but like what happened? What happened after? Yeah. Please and thank you. Let's clarify the Nine of Presents, please and thank you. Okay. We got Three of Cups, Ten of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. You felt like you achieved everything by yourself, everything that you wanted in the emotional sense and in the financial sense. All right. You achieved all that you wanted. You were having a hard time sleeping. And at the bottom, I did look down. It was the Eight of Swords. So maybe some sort of heartbreak of some kind, because that's a love letter in that card. So yeah, you were really in your element. You got the Queen of Pentacles here. So you were single, you were great, you were doing so well by yourself. Now you bumped up into the King of Pentacles. You're trying to get to the Emperor status, or you were an Emperor at one point. Let's get into your current energies. Currently, you're embodying the energy again, very much in your masculine, getting in tune with your masculine side, which is okay because sometimes we need it in order to get stuff done. You know, it's just what it is. All right, so you got the King of Potions and you have the Devil himself. Ooh, this King of Potions can be very toxic. So there's temptations, possible addictions surrounding you. You could be embodying this energy of the King of Potions, and you're feeling this temptation, or you're feeling like maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn, right? Taurus ladies, you could be dealing with a Capricorn. You could be dealing with a water sign, um, gentleman, whatever, right? Excuse me. Let's take a look at why. But from my perspective, I see this as you embodying that energy of the King of Potions, right? But you got to be careful that you're not drinking too much. You got the double here. The King of Potions is holding that bottle, right? So be careful what you're mixing. Be careful what you're mixing. When you're creating a potion, you're creating it by mixing ingredients. So be careful what you're mixing in your potion, okay, and how much you're putting into it. So there's a need as a King of Potions to really keep all of that in check and doing everything in just the right amounts so it doesn't hurt you. Okay, because if you don't, then you're going to bring in this temptation, this toxicity, If you're subject to fall into alcoholism, you're better off just letting go of the drinks. Pretty much plain and simple. Or any other type of addiction, you're better off avoiding it. There is a need to really get into with your emotional side. The dark side of you wants to come out and play, where you kind of like want to go into, playing with people's feelings. That could be something else you might want to, uh, keep in check as well. But let's take a look at why the Devil card is here with the King of Potions. Please and thank you. Heartbreak. Oh, you trying to hurt somebody. You're trying to hurt somebody. Somebody hurt you and you want to hurt them. You want them to feel what you feel. Whoa. Yeah, I just said it. The dark side wants to come out and play. I know how that goes. When the devil wants to play, let me tell you. You got to be careful with that, though. Why else? One more card, please, to help clarify this. Please and thank you. Ooh. You may have air in your chart. You got the Queen of Swords. But this heartbreak is making you think about cutting something out. It's almost like you want to cut your own heart out, right? You have your heart, it's open, right? Definitely air. So you're very in your head right now about what you're feeling. So you're not even dealing with your emotions. You're kind of like, you're keeping your emotions bottled up, okay? And you're at the point where you feel like it's two things. You want to cut your own heart out, right? So to speak, because the pain is just too much. Or two, you want to cut off the person that broke your heart. They broke your heart. Look at the heart, how it's just exposed. Okay. And yeah, it's just being exposed. And so now it's like you want to cut this part of you out, and you may want to also make this other person hurt just as much as you did, so they understand and know how it is that you're feeling. You got to be careful. There's a passion behind that dark side, okay? There's a it's a little hot in here. That devil side wants to come out and play, let me tell you. All right, let's take a look at what's going on in the near future. You have the Hierophant. So again, definitely Taurus card. So you want a commitment, something with to do with commitment, with a contract, some sort of binding. Why is the Hierophant here? Please and thank you. Why is the Hierophant here? Please and thank you. Seven of Swords and the Hermit. So this I want to say you feel like there's more to the story. It's almost like you caught this person being sneaky, right? Because here there's the light reflecting on this person, this girl in the background, and she's seeing her run away. So, and it looks like she stole something. I don't know what she stole. Maybe she stole a rose. Yeah, she stole a rose from the rose bushes or whatever. The girl saw her. So it's like you saw this person, you caught them red-handed. Literally, technically, right? And now, although you may be committed to somebody, it may be a serious relationship, or you're reconsidering some sort of commitment here at this point in time, and you want to go into hermit mode. This deceit, this extremely negative, sneaky behavior has forced you to want to go into a hermit mode, so you can have a period of self-reflection, and to heal yourself from within, to look at things from within, to see the light of it all, right? um And that, or because of that, it's, you know, you just, you thought about maybe going at life alone, because you're going, the Hierophant here, Taurus, is all about commitment, right? But now you have Hermit, which is, they're both very intuitive. It takes a lot of intuition, um, a lot of spiritual work. There we go, a lot of spiritual work, and it looks like it's something that you want, you really want to do on your own. You may even pursue some, may even look for a way to pursue it on your own. Let's take a look at your advice cards. You have the Two of Candles. Um, you need to make a decision as to which direction you want to go in. You want to go in some, the direction that's going to really almost give you the world kind of thing, you know, or allow you to really get a sense of the world around you. Because usually, and when in the more traditional decks, the character in the Two of Candles or Two of Wands, Two of Rods card, they're holding the globe in their hands and looking out ahead of them. So, and they're looking in a specific direction. Okay, here you're having a difficult time. You're very undecided as to which option to take, right? So it's gonna take a need for self-reflection to know what it is that you really want. So you really do need to take this time out so you can make that decision. Okay, and a need for temperance. Hopefully by the time temperance season comes, Sagittarius season comes in, you'll have a better idea of what it is that you want, and that can be a very likely possibility. However, between now and then, there's a need for you to be patient. Try to maintain balance within yourself. Try to maintain some sort of harmony within yourself. Again, a need to go within. So this is going to require a lot of prayer, a lot of meditation, a lot of digging within. You know, get your emotions in check. Definitely, all you know, uh, all the mechanics behind it, why you're feeling that way, what you're going to do about it, and how you're going to handle that, how you're going to heal from that. Um, what it is that you truly want, and setting your intentions for your future. Okay, and that's gonna, in the end, once you realize what it is that you want out of all of this, you'll be able to make that decision. Okay, but more than likely, probably won't happen until Sagittarius season. Um, I so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take a look at your love messages, see what love messages we have for Taurus women for this month of November 2020. Okay, love messages for Virgo women, Taurus women, I'm sorry, for this month of November 2020. Check out Virgo. Maybe you have Virgo in your chart, or you're dealing with a Virgo. Hmm. Hmm. If they're not coming out, could be because love is something that may not necessarily be a focus for you. See here, these two cards, the women are single. So I would, you know, there's a need for some time alone. Again here, there's like a rebirth, a rejuvenation, angels. So there's protection. You'll be okay. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine. There's intuition behind it. There's protection behind all of this. There's light. The light is, you know, it looks like it's light and healing. Healing. It's like the moon and the sun all in one, right? But the light from within, once you do that work, once you go into this hermit mode, you're gonna take this time to heal, and it's really gonna shine. But right now, you need to rest. You need to self-reflect. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. Yeah, that makes sense. Because remember, we got the King of Potions and the Devil card, and you really want to make somebody hurt. Let me leave this up for you. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. This is really sweet. This could be a message for yourself, something that you're telling yourself. Yes, you do love yourself if you're going to do the work in order to heal and to be able to move on. Freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Okay. And last but not least, acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times, we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. So again, it goes back to how you need the strength in order to make a decision, right? Do you continue through with this what you now feel to be a heavy burden, or do you finally let this burden go? But you're afraid of what it's going to do between you and another person. Somehow you are not as close as what you would like. You are at a distance. Now, this could be a literal distance or a figurative distance, right? Maybe even a spiritual distance. That it all depends on what your situation is. Okay. But you got this. Take the time definitely for yourself. You need to rest. You need to relax. You need to take the time to self reflect. Very, very important. All right, Taurus ladies, and I appreciate this opportunity to read for you. I really do hope that this message resonated with you. If it did, please let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, share, subscribe. And as always, I look forward to reading for you in the next month. Okay. I'll read with you then. Bye.